Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your humble, gracious, beautiful, sexy, velvety DM. And joined with me today are the other 4 salsas in my pantry. That's right, because I am a chip connoisseur, just like Jared.
What's going on, guys? Myelin reporting in, and my salsa flavor is about as plain as it can be. I'm just the mild. I'll take mild. Just whatever it is.
Red.
Tortitos, mild, red, no chunks in it. Less chunks, the better. If I get just the liquid and just like a slight taste of it.
It's called ketchup, bro. It's literally called ketchup.
That's ketchup water.
Mild Roja. All right.
Yeah. I'm taking that one. I'm going to send it over to Alec before he has an aneurysm.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My name is Alec. I play Kaz'il Amberleaf, and my favorite salsa, which doesn't go in the pantry, Tony actually goes in the fridge, is a homemade spicy mango salsa. I make it for almost any party I go to, but the mangoes have to be just ripe, because if they're not ripe enough, then they're going to be a little crunchy.
You had to send it over to him so 3 times in a row I could get my pick stolen.
What about you, Dan?
Hi, everybody. My name is Dan. I play Boram DuMarais, a bog frog artificer. And if I can't be mango, then I'm going to be a black bean and corn salsa.
That's really good.
Love me a bean and corn salsa.
Yeah.
That is my go-to after mango habanero is what I was going to say. But this guy took mango, so I can't say that anymore.
Clean sweep, dude.
Yeah, clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
How about you, Kyleigh?
Hi, I'm Kyleigh. I'm Vivien. I don't eat salsa. We learned this today. I eat almost exclusively Tostitos, but guacamole apparently is considered a salsa. So I like guacamole because it has some tomato pieces. I like it if it's homemade. That's nice, but I don't make it homemade because I don't know how to make it. How about you, Tony?
I'm going to go with a pineapple salsa.
That is good. That is good.
That was another one I was thinking of as well.
I'm not too adventurous with my salsas, but every so often I have some family that will bring back. It's like, hey, I went to this rural area in Pennsylvania and they make salsa and pineapple salsa. It's awesome. So,
is salsa just common in the States? What is this?
Yes, very common.
Yeah.
Very
It's arguably one of the most common things in the United States.
Yep.
Next to
Freedom.
people and mayonnaise.
Freedom and salsa. All right. I like it. Okay. When I come to visit, I want salsa, please. Thank you.
Kyleigh,
Honestly,
there's a whole aisle for it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Gonna,
We have like 3 types. Mild, medium, spicy.
Is this episode dropping before our meetup in February?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so just after probably. I will have a new tune next time.
New tune about salsa. So we're going to go ahead and do the recap. But before we do the recap, we're going to do the run down. And I got 2 things to run down today. That's right. First one is, hey, back at episode 9, when we were like, please listen to our podcast, Spotify. We want to become big and popular. Well, we did it because now we're Spotify partner. We're in a Spotify partner program. So that gives us perks, and it's all thanks to love and support, everything in between from our fellow adventurers. And we cannot thank you enough. Thank you guys so much for glazing us on Spotify and every other podcast platform that you like to listen to us on. It really means the world to us. Thank you. Just keep going up from here. And the other thing I want to do a quick little rundown for is that right now I'm wearing, now I know this is audio, you guys can't see me, but I'm wearing some test merch right now, right? I got this Campaign 2 hoodie. Right now, at the time of recording, I don't think we're marketing this yet. So I'm testing it. It's a beautiful Carhartt hoodie. I walked into a Wawa the other day, and the cashier saw me turn around and went to go grab some coffee. And he was like, hell yeah, I love Dungeons and Dragons. I said, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Did you drop the name of the podcast?
I didn't. No, I did not.
Why?
I did not. I'm not going to do that.
What's wrong with you?
How hard is it to be like, yeah, this is actually my podcast? It's not like
because that's lame.
What are you talking about? He was complimenting the merch.
I know.
What is the
This is
merch,
why
bro?
I
That's
network.
Okay.
Tony does not.
Tony gets no longer. No, he doesn't get any more test merch. That's the last thing he gets. The rest of us haven't got anything yet.
No, because I perfectly
Jared, take him off
advertise
the
and
list. Jared, take him off the list
for the podcast.
Oh,
But like,
my God.
I'm just a dude. I'm like, yo, yeah, it's a pretty cool podcast. I listen to. He's like, nice. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's all. That's it, dude. Because if they want to know, then they're going to say the name. And plenty of people do ask. But I'm just a guy. I like dice. I like Dungeons & Dragons. You just got to be cool about it, all right? Because I want to be like, yeah, it's my merch. You want to listen to my podcast? No, that's not how you sell it.
That's not what you say.
That's not what you say.
Listen. I'm not going to pull out a script,
D&D too.
okay? I'm not going to pull a script, all
You
right?
shouldn't need a script.
Listen.
It's called talking to people, man.
Listen, I do talk to people, but I was really focused.
Oh, we gotta get back on track.
I was really focused on getting my Wawa milkshake home. I'm going to be honest with you.
There you go.
Oh, by the way, the salsa recommendation for the 4 of the intro was brought to you by Tazlin. Thank you, Tazlin. Big O hugs and smooches. Thank you for the suggestion. It's awesome. And now we're going to go ahead and do the recap. On our last session, Boram and Myelin head back to the stables after rescuing a stolen horse named Pai Oh My. Myelin proceeds to give him chocolate milk because that's a good idea, and everyone in the stable promptly gets mad at him because they fed him chocolate milk. While that's happening, Vivien is holding this rat music box that seems to be mind controlling them. And you see that every so often that the rats are trying to take the box from Vivien, but not only realizing the capabilities that the box holds. After exploring the house, Myelin decides to use Speak with Animals. He talks to the horse. The horse is a really nice but simple fellow, and then also makes a psionic connection with the rats. They realize that the rats are friendly. As a matter of fact, so friendly that they're named Friend, which is foresight, rota, intersensory, empathic, neuropathic dwellers. They share stories about a strange purple meteorite that fell from the sky and how they came to be, sharing their tragic backstory of how they came to be and how they became under the control of Grep, who is in possession of this strange music box. After the gang decides to deal with Grep, they decide to turn him in collectively and take Pai Oh My back to Boldaris, where they realize he's part of the racetrack within Boldaris, as he is a decorated horse. After Boram decides to hold on to the music box, the gang then retires back to the Elk's Grove, where they are settling down for the night. Bard, play that intro, and let's get on with the show.
Disgraced in the Heartland, a star could set things right, manufacture the magical, and return a soul to light. From a scorched, fractured forest to twilight in discourse, cleanse the rivers that bleed in this swamp of deceit and remorse. Help us conquer the shadow, dawn with a bright glow. We'll find where we belong, but what will await us when all our secrets are gone?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Umbrea, featuring 3 returning players and 1 new newbie. We got a new person. They're brand new. This is DND404. Boyos, Girlo, welcome to session 13, where we're going to do a little bit of a time skip, and we're going to wake up on the 18th of Myrtle. After the 4 of you have retired back to the Elk's Grove and settled in for the night, Boram, you had retired just a little bit early, and you possess the purple box. Although you got your 8 hours in, you notice that you had to shoo some rats off you every so often as they were looming in the corners and trying to get it off your person, but you managed to hold on to the box. But when you wake up, Boram, you notice something to your surprise. You see, last session, Vivien had given Friend a request to find your gloves. And you wake up and you see that these gloves that were stolen from you the other night are now on your stomach.
What is this?
They are a wee bit tattered, and you noticed a bit of dry blood around the collar of the glove. But for all intensive purposes, they are in good wearable condition.
Oh, happy days! And he screams in the early morning.
As Boram screams in jubilation, Myelin, Kaz'il, and Vivien, you are woken, and you notice that there's about a dozen rats in the rooms hanging from various branches in this tree-like cavern room. What are the 4 of you doing?
Waking up in shock for one, going, everything okay?
Everything's good today. These little rats, they've been doing work last night.
Oh, nice. Vivien's super hopeful that the message got back to Boldaris and just flops back down.
I think so. And Boram kind of lays back in the bed and he's kind of like has his hands above his head and has the gloves on and he's kind of using the gloves and mending little tears in the gloves with themselves.
As you take care of your gloves, you're fixing all the little scratches. You do notice a little bit of that dried blood, as I mentioned. And with the mend cantrip, you can make most of it go away, but it is still stained. It does need just a flat out good washing. With that, you do see that the rats are hanging out in the room. Friend is all around, and they are staring at you, Boram, because you possess the magical music box. And then you see that there is one on the bed with you, just kind of looking at you. Specifically looking at the location of where the music box is on your person, but is looking at you.
Bonjour. There's no reason all the rats looking at me.
You still have the music box.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had that.
Oh, I want box.
Well, I mean, yeah, they want to destroy the box.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that first.
What? We destroy box.
But if we destroy the box, what do they become? Maybe they kill us.
Oh, friend.
Oh, what they tell you they're gonna be your friend?
Wait, no. Yeah, friend. Friend said he'd be friend.
That's what he says. That doesn't mean he'll do it.
What you mean?
You never know what their intentions are. If they all have the same brain, what if we break it and they become one thing? That's scary.
Yeah, but I don't know. Mylin's right. What if we don't break it and they are kind of trapped, I guess, and completely obsessed with this box for the rest of their life?
I do want to let them go, but we have to be in a better spot than in this room.
Well, I mean, if we break it, we can run, right?
We're gonna let the people here just deal with that? Vivien's appalled.
I mean, I guess we could go outside of town as we're leaving, so I don't mind it.
On the road, maybe. That's fine. I just have one thing to do before we leave, and then we can leave first thing.
What you gotta do?
I'm gonna go back to the Stag and Raven. I'm gonna go cancel that order really fast.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
No bachelorette party?
We could have one with less booze. I don't have many friends.
Oh.
You have less friends.
It's your party?
Yes. And Vivien gets all shifty.
Wait, you getting married?
Maybe? Vivien's gonna pull out the invitation and just show them.
Pull out this letter that looks like a wedding invitation. It's a wedding invitation where it's addressed to anybody who receives it. It doesn't have a specific name on it, but at the bottom you do see Vivien's name and you see the date, the 30th of Marpanoth.
So I have a few months to kind of decide if I agree to this, but there's a lot of things I lose if I don't. And I mean, we did really great with all this money, right? Like, it was a lot easier to run this mission that we just did. So if I agree to it, I can still use money and stuff like this. But if I don't, I lose everything. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, I'm a bit lost. Gotta be honest. So you do want to get married, or you don't?
It's nobles, people, you kind of just gotta do it to, like, keep moving on. I'm sure you've seen my father around.
I just gotta do it. You don't just do that stuff if it's not in your heart.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah, listen to these guys. Point to the rats.
There's about 20 rats on this little couch in the corner of the room.
Vivien's a little disgusted. She goes, you know what? How about we just put a pause in this until we get rid of the rats, and we can talk more about it later. I have a lot to think about, and this thing for Nuella is kind of important to that. So I'm gonna go cancel that order, and I'm gonna come right back.
Okay, you go do that. We'll meet you outside.
Vivien's gonna dart out the room so fast she opened her mouth too wide.
And I just look over, kind of concerned at Kaz'il. Then I look at all the rats.
So we break box now, right?
I mean,
We help friend?
I mean, we told her we do it outside, and I kind of agree with that. So let's do that. Don't worry, rats. We get you out of this prison in no time. They stuck because of the box, did it?
yeah, I guess for some reason they're obsessed / controlling it. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, let me give you the rundown. And I kind of run down about the meteor, the purple light, the box, and then the other vision about the meteor, and then what was it? The rats ate it, right?
Yes, so the cliff notes, if you will. Basically, a meteorite had crashed similar to the one you saw on the road. Rats were nearby, and they ate the meteorite out of starvation because it looked edible to them at the time. It had this cosmic energy that was still in it, and it had transformed to what you see before you. The other vision that you saw was them post-transformation. They happened to be in the town where Grep was being attacked at the time, and in a moment of desperation managed to kill his assailant and then scream at the rats. Basically, he just thought that these rats were just laughing at him watching, and something happened where he was holding a meteorite in his inventory and this music box appeared in a fit of anger, and it has the capabilities of controlling them. How that connection happened is still mysterious and not fully explained, but those are the events that happened.
Then the rats started to get brains, and then that's friend.
And that's what all these little guys are. All right.
Well, it's one guy.
It's one. Oh,
It's just one.
like an hive mind. Okay, I kind of get it, kind of don't, but I don't need to ask too many questions yet. I got enough in here that I can look into later, but I'm gonna go wash up and then eat, and then we get going, no?
Yeah, that sounds good. We got to wait on Vivien to come back anyway, so.
Right. Now, don't worry, Petit. You Petit, you Petit, you Petit. Don't worry, you big one thing. I got the box in here. We take care of this later. And I kind of like put my feet awkwardly around the rat so I'm not stepping on them as I walk out.
You see all their heads are strained on you as you walk, and then begin to follow you out of the room one by one, almost a single file.
I'm gonna pick up one of the rats. What do you guys like to eat, anyways? Like, what's your favorite thing?
When you try to just talk to them out loud, they just respond to you in this like squeak fashion. But you have to like stare into them and hone into your psionic capabilities. Now you feel this connection. Now, as you're looking at them, something important happens. As you are trying to tap into that connection again, the attempt you're making is more like a invitation. So you're not speaking to them unless they accept you to speak. And you see that they accept that invitation, and all the rats at the same time. And Boram, as you're in the bathroom freshening up, you see all the rats in there as well. Their heads begin to crack, splinter, and brains begin to come out of their skulls, and they begin to pulsate. And then they speak to you psionically, and they go, "We like to consume knowledge."
What does that taste like?
Educational.
I mean, I think there's a book in the room. Do you want to eat that?
You're not required to eat that, but we have read all these books.
Look, let me help you out. I'm gonna get you something nice, okay?
And as you trail off with friend and you begin to give him something, we're gonna go ahead and go to Vivien. Vivien, with the Stag and Raven, is you want to cancel your order, right?
Yes, I'm just gonna readjust it because I feel bad for setting them up. So I'm just gonna say, hey, let's do like 10 really nice bottles. Let's get rid of the rest.
We zoom over to the Stag and Raven, where you are meeting with the owner, which is Mr. Derry. Hey, Vivien, welcome back. How can I help you?
Hello, Mr. Derry. Quick fix. I really apologize for the other day, but I will have to aggressively adjust my order.
Mm-hmm.
I just got word back from my family, and they want something a little smaller. I was a little too excited, I guess. Could we instead change this to just 10 of your finest bottles, so you still get the money, but we don't need all that alcohol, especially if there's already an order for a few days after.
You want to pay me the same amount of money for the less alcohol? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, unless the 10 bottles come out to that, but
Okay.
we only need 10.
We did just send out a Raven this morning with the invoice to your family, but we can send out an adjustment.
Appreciate it. Yes, I will make sure I talk to my parents.
Yes, I will send one out tomorrow.
Oh, thank you so much. Tomorrow. Okay, perfect. I will get to my family as fast as I can. Thank you so much.
Okay. And you see he turns around and he makes a modification in his journal and he mumbles something under his breath. And he seems quite annoyed as he feels like he's shafted out of a lot of money. However, due to your family, his nature, he accepts and makes that note and adjusts the order.
Vivien feels so bad. She's going to quickly go, but by the way, moving forward, we'll make sure that you take all of our orders. So it might not be in that giant order, but over time, you will definitely receive that. Yeah.
Okay, so the new invoice is going to be 129 platinum.
That's perfect. If you want to even make it 200 for your troubles, that's perfect.
All right, if you gotta twist my arm about it. And he goes and makes that note, please proper notes in his ledger.
Thank you.
So we're gonna fast forward a little bit and you go collect the horses. You collect Pyomai, who now has beautiful horseshoes. It looks like all the infection has been cleaned out, and Pyomai looks pretty happy. Very clean. His mane and tail have been brushed and looked magnificent. He looks like he's ready to race again. As the three of you leave the Elks Grove, you get your things together. Is there anything you would like to do before you leave the Elks Grove and go meet up with Vivien at the stables?
Boram's gonna walk up to the bar in the morning How many people are in the bar in the morning? Are they even open?
It is open, but there's significantly less people. It's pretty early in the day. You do see like 1 or 2 people staggered about around the bar, and they seem to be eating breakfast. It's very light, very light.
Hey there, Mr. Dunlop.
Yes. How can I help you?
Hey, morning.
Halfling comes over.
I don't know if you got word, but we took that guy over to the gods.
The guy over to the gods. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Who? Oh, guards. You took the guy over to the guards, not the gods. Okay. You did not kill somebody. Got it.
No, I did not. I did not kill anybody as much as sometimes I want to.
Tell me about it. He looks over at the elf.
But we took care of Grep.
You know what? I would say I would miss his patronage, but he never really paid anyway. Didn't miss out on that room, though.
He never paid.
I mean, he paid here and there. It's a weird situation.
Okay, then. Anyways, you said maybe you'd give us some compensation. We take care of that for you, and we did.
Yeah, we let you stay in the room for free. You see his elf partner comes over and goes, hey, now. You see the elf brings over a little chest, and it's filled with coin. He goes, we do appreciate you handling that, and I'm sure the guards will get all the affairs in order, and hopefully we get reimbursed for the damaged room, or at least have him clean it, but we'll work something out with the guards. So we're going to go ahead and compensate you 250 gold pieces.
Oh, that's more than I was expecting.
Good. I'm glad you agreed that that's a very fair number. And he takes out a bunch of gold, puts it in a little pouch, slides it over to you.
I pull on Boram's pants. Tell him we got rid of the rats too.
Oh, right. Myelin wants you to know that we got rid of the rats, okay? They're gone.
He points down at your feet, and there's a dozen rats standing around you.
And they're coming with us. That's why they're going to be gone.
Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to leave now.
That's fair. But we maybe get some food. Kaz, give me some food, and I'm going to step outside. And Boram walks out with all the rats following him.
You step outside, and Kaz'il, do you order food for your group?
Yeah. I get some to-goes for the group.
You get some to-go meals that cost you about 3 gold and 4 silver. Is there anything else?
All right, look here, friend. This is called cheese. You gotta try it.
I'm quite familiar with cheese.
It's pretty good sometimes, when it's moldy.
I prefer it fresh, but we will take what we can get.
Oh, you've had this. Okay, what about this one? These are called grapes.
Yes, had those too. If you let them age, they turn into a nice drink you can have.
Well, what have you not ate? I'm trying to show you something.
There's not much we haven't eaten. And they waddle outside with you.
All right, Dindrin, here you go. Here's your bit of gold. And I pass 80 gold to Kaz'il. Myelin, you as well. Here's 80 for you. You go buy yourself some nice milk now.
Oh my god, this is the most money I've ever had.
We're gonna give 90 to the nice girl who's having some troubles because she been paying for stuff, okay? That sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
All right. Oh, feeling better today. Don't feel as exhausted as I no longer have exhaustion. And as Boram cracks his neck, he begins walking and then tripping over rats as he walks, a little upset about it.
They are sniffing your boots and trailing along as the 3 of you are walking to the stables to meet up with Vivien. What are the 4 of you doing right now? Are you holding on to the box right now, or are you just heading back to Balderas, or are you destroying the box? That was an open-ended question.
You know, let's take that box at least several kilometers outside of this area. They've been really nice to us.
Yeah, you gotta usually take them about at least 3 miles away so that they don't come back easy, you know?
Exactly.
Wait, we could go back to where the meteor hit because, that's where supposedly all this happened.
It is pretty damaged already. I'm okay with that. And if people are actually coming, that means we might have backup.
I guess I'm just here for the ride. Whatever you think, I'm with it, so...
Yeah, sure. Kaz'il's very hesitant to go back to the meteor where they gain awakenness, I guess. I don't know.
Well, correction, it's not the same meteor site. This is like a one that happened in the woods. The 4 of you gather with the horses. Your 3 horses with you. You have Windrider, Silverhoof, and you have Pyomai. And as you link the 3 horses together, you see that Windrider goes to take the front, and Pyomai kind of shoves Windrider out of the way to take the lead position.
Vivien's gonna walk over to Windrider and just stroke her mane and go, it's okay. Just let Pyomai take ahead. Pyomai's trained for this.
Pyomai just doesn't even have like a care in the world. It doesn't have like an angry expression. Just takes the position in the front, thinks everything's normal.
Oh, hey, Jolie, this your part of the portions. And I toss the bag of gold over to Vivien.
Are you guys sure? You can keep it.
What do you mean? You helped us out.
I guess. Okay.
If we working together, we working together.
I guess that's fair. She's gonna pocket it.
And he doesn't even tell her like how much. He just throws her the 90 and gets in the carriage.
Vivien will go pay off the stable fees as promised.
Yes. You go ahead and pay those fees. And it's pretty early in the day, so you'll make it back to Boldaris in the early evening. So the four of you pay your fees, you pay your dues, you gather the horses, and you get on the carriage. Four of you begin to make your way back home to Boldaris. As the four of you travel, you see that the clouds become kind of heavy. I think it's going to rain pretty soon. However, there is some very, very distant thunder in the sky. About a few hours pass. Halfway through your journey, right around noon, you come up onto that crash site that you had fought. As you come up to that crash site, you see that it is blocked off. There are some guards there from Boldaris, and you see some wizardly scholar fellows. Matter of fact, you see some robed scholars from one of the 5 guild houses in Boldaris. You see some nobles or some scholars from the Observers of the Astral Guild. They are one of the city leaders, and they are dedicated to the study of the stars and astral knowledge. They look like they have an understanding of what's in that crash site, but they look puzzled and confused as you are coming up onto that crash site. And you see that there's Boldaris guards kind of instructing you to go a certain way, as they seem to make a little detour for carts and carriages to go through, and it's made out of wood, and you can now pass by pretty easily, as they looks like they don't want to actually disturb the crash site itself as it's being studied. You notice that as Vivien's cart passes by, they see that Charmant name, and they all salute to you.
Could Vivien stop the cart very quickly as they're saluting, just to give them a heads up about Grep to see if they're at least aware that he's in Rockhead Homestead?
You stop the car, you slow down, and you speak to one of the guards. And one of the guards doesn't fully know. I mean, there's hundreds of guards in Boldaris. And they assure you that if news had reached their ears, they would have sent somebody, but that you're unsure if they know about it. You're on a different working detail.
Thank you so much for your help and service. I will let them know.
Of course, milady. You can check headquarters back in the city if you would like to know the status of that report, if one has been made.
Oh, phenomenal. Thank you so much. And then she does her salute and jumps back in the cart.
You have a most pleasant day, and they wave you off as you begin to continue head back to the city.
Should we stop and tell them what happened now? I was going to just do it when we got back to the city, but yeah, man, I don't want to talk to them right now.
Vivien will poke her head and go, do you guys want me to tell them about the rats? If we do, we might lose our chance to save them, if we're saving them.
No,
I
not
don't
the rats.
think so.
I was talking about this, and Boram pulls out from his bag of holding one of the shards that he broke off from the meteor.
Vivien's gonna put her hand over Boram's and just push the fragments back down in the bag and go, let's discuss this in Boldaris. My family tends to meddle in things, and we'll never learn anything else about it. We know some people who are better with this stuff that will keep us involved.
Who is we exactly?
My connections.
Oh, I see.
I trust them a little more than some of the people my father keeps around. Just because they include me, you know?
All right. Well, that's fine.
Kaz'il leans over to Boram and goes, she's not talking about voices in her head, right? She did say we.
Vivien glares daggers at Kaz'il. They are real. It's just...
Oh, you guys got voices in your head too? Oh my god.
Huh?
Mine talk to me all the time.
I don't know, Dendron. She might be going crazy. And now I'm just messing with her.
Can we talk about Myelins? Vivien's pissed. Let's go.
No.
Let's get away from here.
We're not leaving. We said we would break box in crater. We break box in crater.
I mean, we're near it, close enough, right? It's not like we gotta be that close.
No.
But the guards.
He's, for the first time, Mylin's being really stern. It's like, no.
What?
Give me.
Myelin, there's a lot of guards. They're going
Don't
to get
care.
mad at us.
Does not care.
How exactly you think we're gonna get through all those guards?
He gestures over to Pyomai.
They're going to be mad if we use Pile Mine here. I could take the box and show them, but there's going to be a lot of explaining.
I gotta do it.
You got it. Why you?
I gotta do it.
I mean, unless you got a better reason, I'm not giving you that box until we fought her. I'm not doing that around guards.
We said we would help friend. We said we bring here. I'm doing it.
Well, no, Myelin, you said we would come here, no? I don't think they care when we break it. Ask them, do they care?
At this point, I'm just casting talk with animals because I just need direct answers and I don't got time for their little brains to pop up. You want free, right?
Yes, we wish to be free.
Myelin, could you please ask them if they're okay with being freed away from this crash site?
I don't much care if they care, and I kind of lean in to say that to Kaz'il.
Yeah, me too.
They can understand you with no problem. So when they answer back, they're now squeaking, and they still have that same voice as they speak sonically. And you go, the music box does not bound us to this mortal coil. It just ensures that we cannot be controlled by an outside source or be forced to do things beyond our own determination.
What he said was he wants me to go and break it in the crater.
I squint at him. Ain't no way they said that.
Anyone else have talk with animals?
Look, when you go off and you do your weird things, and when you go do your weird things, and when you don't sleep, that's weird. I need to do this.
What weird things, Myelin?
Well, you gotta do this. You gotta talk to us. If it's important to you, maybe we figure it out, but you need to know why.
For once, I agree with Boram.
I don't know. And it's feeling in my, I don't know, inside,
Right, Dale? And I point to his heart.
maybe lower.
That's your butt?
What?
No, a little higher than that one.
What's your gut?
Okay, is that yeah.
You got butterflies in your tummy?
I don't know if I've ate a butterfly.
Never mind, Myelin. You know what? I appreciate your ideas, Myelin. I know you want to free them, but we can't do it here. If we make those guards mad, it looks bad on my family name, and it's been kind of useful for what we've just done, right? Like, you like having milk and the carriage, right?
You don't have to. I want to.
Myelin, it does not matter when the box is broken.
You're right. We have to do this.
I agree, but just destroy it.
Myelin at this point just has just this feeling that he has to go back to that crater and do this thing, especially since he kind of told Friend that he's going to do it. He's being very stern. He's going to come up with a plan to use Pyomai since he's so fast. To go that way, he'll get away from the group. It's not going to be part of them, so no one gets in trouble.
So you want to break Pyomai away from the carriage.
Yep.
Okay, so the carriage is moving right now.
Unless I can sneak in there. If I don't know how well guarded when you said well guarded, but
There's about a handful of guards and a bunch of scholars inside the crater examining it.
he just wants to get a little close. First, if the party lets him, he was being very stern about it for the first time, and he just really wants to go back to that crater and do this thing. And he devises a plan that doesn't involve the group so that they don't get in trouble. He could even do it himself, I guess. He doesn't even have to include Pyomai, but he wants to take the box and do what he said he was going to.
Okay, you guys see Myelin trying to detach Pyomai from the carriage.
What are we gonna do with this guy?
I don't know.
Do we want to help him?
No.
Do we just do it?
I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
Perfect. Then Vivien's gonna go run behind him and try to grapple him. You guys don't want to do it? Me neither. We're getting him to stop. How dare you? And would I have to roll for something?
Vivien, you're going to roll me a grapple check, which is your strength modifier versus Mylin's dexterity modifier. And then if you choose, you can start initiative because you're now engaging in combat. So if you choose to resist, this would be initiative. Go ahead and make me a grapple check, Vivien.
6.
And 18. Why are you trying to grab me?
You do not grapple.
Myelin, please.
I let you go and do your things. I see you sneak around town and I don't say nothing. And I see Boram over here sneaking around and he does all his things. And then when I want to do something, you guys try to stop me.
Myelin, I'm just trying to get to my hideout. If anyone finds it, then I get in trouble. I'll show you. If that's all it takes, I will show you my house. Do you want that? But please, we work as a team.
Don't change subjects. Subject is me go there. And I point to the crater.
We're telling you it's not going to work. We will come back. We will find another spot. Why the crater? You have to tell us. Or I'm going to silence you again and I'm going to try to grab you again.
How far are we from the crater? Are we like half a mile up the road now?
The cart is now stopped because Mylin tried to get the horse out.
Yeah.
But you're about a couple football fields away from the site. I would say about 600 yards away. You're not in earshot. It's not like they can overhear you. By the way, just the demeanor of the guards, they didn't seem to mind that you were passing by. They're just there to just protect the guild members studying.
I kind of lean out the window and kind of see them arguing, and I just look at Kaz'il. I'm like, all right, we don't got time for this. And Boram goes out the other side of the carriage and starts walking into the forest.
Wait, you got the box. Come back here.
You bet your ass I do. And he keeps walking.
You see that the rats follow you.
Nope. We gotta go that way. I gotta do this.
All right, so we going on a field trip.
Once Boram takes the box out, he's going to try to steal it.
Myelin, you are following Boram into the forest. How far are you going? What's going on?
Yep, Boram walks a quarter of a mile into the woods until he can't quite see the road. And he looks at all the rats. He's like, y'all want to be free, right? Yeah, be free. And he reaches in to his bag of holding. And what I'd like to do is the second I feel it pop into my grasp, just blast it with a poison spray.
Just do me a favor, roll for damage.
It's a 8.
Your gloved hand reaches into your trench coat, into this bag of holding. Your hand in this cosmic plane between planes. And you grab the box, and the box fits right in your palm. And you blast this poison spray. Sure damage as you hit it with 8 points of damage. It begins to crack and snap in your hand, and you hear a sharp reverb sound as if the ghostly melody lets out one last shriek. You did destroy a magic item in your hand. You are going to take 1 point of damage here as you kind of feel this magical burn. Take out your hand. You now have these broken pieces. They just look like plain wood that once belonged to a music box.
And they all fall out of my hand, and I kind of just look around at the rats around me. I kind of look to see if anybody from the group is even followed.
Mylin's there, and he's very still and kind of falls to his knees as he looks to see what happens to the rats.
Friend looks at you, Boram. The destroyed piece is on the floor. It looks at Myelin and then speaks out loud in rat. Friend is indebted to you, but as a friend and not as a servant.
He is speaking to him telepathically, and as he's speaking to him, he is just showing loose visions of his story, more pictures of kind of what the meteor's done to him that he knows of, in a sign of, hey, we're in this together. And he becomes kind of emotional halfway through it and slowly starts to cry as he feels like these rats are kind of the only thing that has kind of understood what situation he has. He doesn't know what it is, but he knows that for some reason that him and the rats are kind of linked in some way. And he tries to portray that as best he can to the rats.
What terrible tragedies happen under a dark cloud. Know that the rains of hope blossom new possibilities. Take this dark time with stride. Take your gift. Make a new sunny day. The rat brains then go inside their body. You look at you and they nod at you. You feel a strong sense of friendship and you see that they all disperse. But you feel like you've gained a new ally.
Mylin's just on his knees watching them all disperse, completely just gutted that he might have lost kind of an answer that he's been trying to search for a long time. And then he looks up at Boram. I can't believe you did that.
Oh, Myelin, I'm sorry.
I'll never forget this. And he goes back, starts walking, like pouting,
Wait, Myelin.
stomping back with tears in his eyes back towards the cart.
I'm sorry, little one. He says that to himself as he just walks slowly back to the cart.
Kaz'il, Vivien, were the two of you there witnessing all of this?
No, Kaz'il was 1,000% just like, okay, I'll watch the horses, I guess.
Yeah.
Just sitting there with the reins.
Vivien nodded to him and just stayed by the edge of the forest in case they screamed, so it could be a bit of a relay. But Vivien trusted that Boram, for once, had it under control. And she's ready to help with damage control at the edge.
Both of you return back to the cart. You meet up with Vivien at the edge of the woods. Myelin looks very upset. And Boram seems to have an resolve about him.
You see him with a new cigarette lit as he walks out of the forest. All right, let's keep going. What's done is done.
Vivien will look up at Boram. She let Myelin go by to be in his little funk, just to give him a breath and go, everything okay?
I actually don't know if he is okay, but I'm not gonna force him to talk to us right now. He'll talk to us when he's ready, but I destroyed the box.
And nothing happened?
The magic went away. I got a nasty bit of burn on my hand, and he kind of shakes his hand. But they're free now. They looked happy, so I'm hoping everything's fine. I'm hoping.
Okay, maybe Kaz'il will heal you up.
No, I don't need any of that.
No.
No, we good.
Only can do so much in a day, you know.
Yeah, I'll take a turn with the horses. So, and he gets up in the front so he doesn't have to be near Kaz'il.
Kaz'il is up front with the horses, so.
On second thought, I go back in the carriage.
Thanks for dealing with the horses, Kaz'il.
Mm-hmm.
And the four of you continue on your way. The four of you sit in silence for a little bit as thunderous clouds boom in the distance.
As they're sitting there for a while, eventually maybe, I don't know if Myelin goes to sleep or he's pouting on the side, but Boram definitely kind of loses sight of Myelin after a while. And after kind of watching the trees go by and the terrain change a little, he kind of looks over at Vivien. Hey, Vivien.
What's up?
So, you got a job for me? We talked about doing something with Disguise Self.
Well, I guess you know the reason now that I brought it up.
I guess I do.
I'm hoping, I don't know if she's gonna agree to it. All the things I've been doing are really stupid, but I'm hoping that Nuella could agree to disguise herself on occasion, because if I do get married, I get to keep everything. The hideout, the wealth, all the stuff I have access to. But if I don't, then I lose everything, and I have to. I don't know. I've never done that before, so I don't want to lose it.
Okay.
My theory is that asking another tiefling would make the spell more effective, because the person I'm gonna marry, he has a wife. He has a main wife. I think I'm his third.
You already got a wife?
Yeah, so he has a wife. He just likes to have other kinds of wives. I'm the tiefling. It was between me and a few other tieflings, and my father, of course, he wanted to make connections. And this is the best way to have my stake in the Charmant family.
Okay, all right. That's a lot of information. That's a lot.
Yeah, we don't have to go through that, but my hope is that maybe if I do this, yes, I gotta attend some things here and there. It's nothing big. I mean, honestly, it's not a bad situation. I don't know. But sometimes I want to be doing my own thing, you know? And I was hoping maybe if Nuella would want to, I don't think she would, but if Nuella would want to help me, I had that option. And Vivien just slumps over.
I may not agree with what's going on there. I might tell you to go do something different, but it is your life. If you want me to help, I can. And I'll stop asking questions. But regardless of what's going on with you, there's logistics, and there is an issue there. Now, disguising yourself, that's not easy magic.
No.
I barely gotta go myself, and let's say I do help you with this. I don't think I could do it more than 2 hours. How long do you need this to be disguised?
It depends on the event, honestly. I mean, 2 hours sometimes is perfect enough. It wouldn't be often. It's just, I don't know. I like adventuring with you guys. I don't know.
Okay, time maybe be worked out. But what exactly do you need this person to do when they go in there disguised?
They just have to sit there. I mean, depending on the situation, if it's something I need to talk at, then I'll have to go. But if it's just one where you just have to sit there and show your face for an event, that's all they're needed. Like a showpiece, almost. They're just there for the looks. The guy isn't bad. He's just, eccentric, really. Yeah.
You want to marry this guy or no? In your heart.
Well, Vivien's not in tune with that. I've been alone for most of my life, so I don't know what I want, but it's safe. It's secure. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me tell you this. There ain't nothing safe when you're dealing with love. But hey, if you want me to help you, I'll consider you a friend now. I help you out. But to be safe and secure, make sure that I got all my ends tied. If you could maybe just give me a little bit of gold to pay for the actual object I need to make to get this done, and maybe just 1 week of my rent, that's all I ask.
Of course.
I won't charge you anything more than it's worth. Give me through a week.
How much is your rent, Boram?
It's a bit pricey. It's about 31 gold a week.
I got you for a while. No worries. As long as you're helping me, I can cover it.
All right. I don't know if I agree with this, but if you think you need our help, I'm happy to do that. But I would, for my security and to make sure that my magic, maybe it's not going wryly while I'm there, I think a magic item might be the best way to go, and I can make an item that disguise me.
You? Wait, you?
Not magic. It don't matter what I look like, what she look like, what anyone else look like. Maybe she sound like you if she need to talk, but...
That could work, but I guess the whole point of me doing this is if we were to go do things. Like, if we were all to explore again.
Yeah, but I only gotta do this once, right?
See, this could be a consistent thing for as long as I live. If I agree. I mean, I have months to, I could say no. I could walk away.
All right, make me an Arcana check.
That is 19.
A 19, as you're having this conversation with Vivien, brainstorming, an idea does come to your mind. Let's say an old friend, a person who's a little bit a sore spot for you, we'll say, has discussed a spell or a feature at some point in their lives before you were no longer friends. There is a spell called Simulacrum. That's a very powerful, high-level spell. mainly only used by the most powerful of wizards. The Simulacrum spell essentially makes a clone of somebody, and it lasts for X amount of hours mechanically to get all the same abilities of the person that's cloned and also act independently, but it's a clone of a person. If you were to do this on Vivien, it will be a second Vivien. When cast as a spell, it only works for X amount of hours. It is something that can be recasted over and over again, and you can possibly attach this spell to an item or to a scroll or something that can be used over and over again, but it is a very powerful, very dangerous spell if not done or performed correctly, and really only done with the most knowledgeable or skilled wizards. But with the 19 Arcana check, Boram, this idea comes into your mind. So it sounds like what she wants is that she wants a stand-in. Now, although the Simulacrum is what the being is, right? So if Vivien casts a Simulacrum spell on herself, her clone would be referred to as the Simulacrum, right? Has all the same memories, personality, is for all intents and purposes Vivien, however, under the control of main Vivien. So if main Vivien was like, you do this, it will do that. She still has that control over it, but is still a unique person with their own minds.
Now listen, Vivien, I don't know if I agree with this idea, but I used to work with a wizard that was really good at this kind of stuff. And they told me about a spell. Have you heard of it? Maybe you haven't. It's called Simulacrum. And maybe after the first time, if we go figure it out, there's a chance that we could make a clone, I do air quotes, of yourself that's controlled by you.
Well, okay.
It's an option, but that's a lot harder to do.
We'll think about it, but maybe for now we can agree that that's what we'll work towards?
All right, agreed. And I reach out my hand reluctantly, even though I don't like that she is maybe not being true to herself. He is going to help her work towards that.
Vivien happily reaches out and shakes his hand and goes, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
How loud were you guys talking this whole time?
Oh, so Vivien's she just blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I think Kaz'il is kind of super eavesdropping on the conversation as he's like steering the carriage. He has like a really long cork pipe in his mouth as he's smoking, and he has his head turned so his ears like facing the back of the carriage as everyone's talking. Interesting.
Yeah, it's complicated. I mean, I don't really know what I want yet, so I'm still figuring it out. But that's why I'm out here and doing stuff, because I want to know maybe what I would like. But right now, that's maybe the plan. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. We all sleep on it. We've been through a lot in the past couple days, so.
And we have months, so it's okay.
Months? Oh, yeah. When exactly is this?
The 30th of Marthanop, 5 months away.
Ooh, that is a while.
Loads of time to think and find things.
That gives me more time than I thought. Okay, I thought this was going to be in like a month or something.
Oh, no.
All right, that makes it easy.
Perfect.
And Boram lights another cigarette and kind of starts smoking out the window.
Vivien's gonna quickly feel around to see if she can find any milk and just try to leave it right next to Myelin and give him a little pat on the head and sit back down and look out the window.
And the carriage travels on as the sun begins to make its way, as it begins to set. Before you arrive at Balderas, you are greeted by the guards. The guards recognize the Charmant symbol and halt your carriage. Good evening, milady and accompanying passengers. Excuse me, a brief halt before you enter the city. Lady Vivien, we have a letter for you with most urgency. They had requested that if we've seen you, to give you this letter once you have arrived back in our wonderful city.
Yes, wonderful, best city in the world. Thank you.
He hands you a letter and lets the carriage continue going into the city.
Well, let's see what it says this time. And Vivien will open it.
There's a letter. It's not like addressed like mail. It's meant to be hand delivered. And you open the letter and there are 2 pages. The first one looks like a cover letter, very neatly written. And it's from your father, Wilfred. And on the front page, very cleanly, very nice, it goes, "My dearest Vivien." That's all it says. You flip it over and it has nasty scratchings on it, as if he's yelling at you through a letter. "You must come home to the promenade at most haste. Taking the carriage without approval? Going to a dangerous, rat-filled, scoundrel-filled city without permission or proper bodyguards? Or the funds? Or accessing travel funds without my approval? Head home immediately upon receiving this letter, or else, and or else is scratched under like 7 times.
Oh no.
You hear this letter in his very demeaning, shrieking, scolding voice, as if he's yelling at you, as if you were a child again.
Mm-hmm. Yep, this is why I ran away in the first place. Listen, could I ask you guys for one more favor?
Yeah, sure.
Please don't make me go back alone. Can I bring you guys back and show them that you guys are my traveling companions?
Back where?
Yeah, where exactly?
To the Charmant family home. I've been meaning to grab some things anyways. I could introduce you as like guards or something, you know?
I don't know if they'll believe that Boram's a guard. And I look at him.
I don't believe I'm a guard. What you talking about?
No, I could say court jester. I could say Myelin's my companion, and Kaz'il, you're the knight, and Boram, you could be the jester. That's great.
So, Vivien, I will say, you know when you get these nasty letters that you must go, otherwise there will be
Yes. We're going immediately.
So a guard handed you this letter. You know for a fact that your father will hear news of receiving the letter. You also know that maybe somebody like Kaz'il would be allowed in. Myelin and Boram will certainly not be allowed in and will be halted at the gate and will be forcibly removed if necessary, because your father looks down on people like them. The reason why Kaz'il may stick out, and you know this from his very highfalutin way of life, is that he is of elven descent. He's an Eladrin. He has a good name for himself, and he looks like a noble knight. As a matter of fact, you would think that if he was there, that it might actually help your cause if he was next to you, because his presence shows that you have responsibility for your safety, or at least carry yourself with the upper class of people, because Kaz'il has that presence about him.
Jester, I'm the best looking one here.
See? That's pretty funny.
I just squint at him very angrily.
Boram, that's hilarious.
Okay, here's the plan. Boram, Myelin, he won't let you in, but we'll work on that. And Kaz'il, would you be willing to come with me? If you guys stick around, we could talk about things a bit more, and maybe talk with you a bit more, Myelin, see what's going on. But I have to go.
Mylin's has been getting up this entire time, collecting his things. He's been kind of silent and kind of disregarding whatever people have been talking. And he slowly gets his stuff out, hops out the carriage, and is getting Pyomai to kind of go and return him. And then as he gets Pyomai, he'll just kind of give us a snarky message. Don't worry, the animals will stay out here. And I grab Pyomai and start walking away.
Where are you bringing Pyomai to?
Whatever the racetrack is.
You two get on with yourselves. It's fine. I don't care to be with those stuck-up people anyway.
I'm sorry.
All right, Myelin, and he kind of walks after Myelin.
Boram, Myelin, and Pyomai are now separated from Kaz'il. Kaz'il, are you going with Vivien? Do you agree to this?
Yeah, Kaz'il will tag along.
You begin to head towards the promenade of the city. This is where all the noble and rich people live, all the way in the northwest part of the city. You live high up on the hill, which is through the westerly district, and there's a bunch of these huge mansions behind this very secure wall up on a modest-sized hill that kind of overlooks the whole city. And you get some really beautiful views. And there's a lot of wealthy families that live in the promenade, with the Charmants having the biggest manor. Boram, Myelin, what are the two of you doing with Pyomai? And you want to return the horse to the racetrack?
I mean, Boram's taking a while to catch up to Myelin because he's probably going pretty fast with the horse. But eventually catches up and he's like, Myelin, I'm sorry. Hey, how are you doing, buddy? You good? I know it's been a tough day. Come on, don't give me the silent treatment. We're friends, right? We got more stuff to talk about, more things to do, more milk to drink.
Tough doesn't even, and he's so frustrated he can't even find words. He's just really annoyed, and he doesn't want to make a scene because it's dusk, right?
Sundown. The sun is out, but it's pretty dark. Yeah.
All right, then we don't talk right now. Let's just walk a bit. Boram's just walking silently, trying to make sure that he gets Pyomai back to where it needs to go.
You see people notice Pyomai as you're walking through, and people are like, oh, what a beautiful horse. And you hear little mumblings and whispers of appreciation, and they're like, is he finally going to race again? And people talking amongst themselves. You get a sense that it's a very popular horse.
And this horse is kind of famous.
And the horse slowly trots to the racetrack with you. So the Fieresto racetrack is near the stacks. It's actually kind of close to your home, Boram. Like there's a mountain range and, you know, the stacks kind of resides in like this divot in the unsavory part of town. There is like a little mountain range in between the stacks and the rest of the city, and the Fieresto racetrack rests in between, just on the other side of a bridge on the port side district. It's in between Myelin's and Boram's home. So it's pretty close to the two of you. So as you walk through the city, it takes about an hour to get there from the main gate because the city's so large and you're walking at a reasonable pace, and you go to the Fieresto racetrack and you talk to the guards there, and they happily take Pyomai. You talk to one of the clerks at the front desk as you enter through the stable entrance, be like, the stable is currently being paid for. And you see like this well-dressed elf in this racetrack uniform, and he goes, yes, we still have Pyomai's stable here, but the bill needs to be paid for several months. How will the Hillsgarth family pay for that?
The Hills what?
The Hillsgarth family. Roll me a history check. Actually, you can do it with advantage because you live in the stack, so you kind of know.
22.
Now, if they say Hillsgarth family, but you know of a group of people that work for a man named Hillsgarth. As a matter of fact, Skinny Howard Hillsgarth. Skinny Howard Hillsgarth is a gangster. He's a leader of a somewhat crime organization within Balderas. Somebody who's never been brought to justice, but you do hear a lot of rumors, and he does appear in like newsstands from time to time. And this is somebody that deals mostly in entrepreneurial crimes rather than like holding people up on the street corner for their money. He, you know, owns a lot of buildings.
Like
and
organized crime.
Shakes. Exactly. Yes. Skinny Howard Hillsgarth is the man you know, and you assume that, given that name, that this might be his horse.
Hillsgarth's not taking care of it already.
Well, he hasn't been here for quite some time. We assume that he's just taken the horse out or something happened to the horse, but we do have the balance here. He never canceled his stable, but he has not paid in quite some time. How will you settle the fee of 7 platinum and 47 gold pieces and 7 silver?
Well, I don't know why you need us to settle that. We just bringing his horse back.
Right, and as such, you are an ambassador of Hillsgarth, right? Because you are, this is his horse and you are returning it?
No, listen, that's not what happened here. We found this in another town. It might belong to you guys somewhere over here, so we just taking it back.
Okay, yeah, he was not here for quite some time. I didn't realize he was missing. Give me a persuasion check as you try to not pay this tab. They seem reluctant to take the horse back because they're running a stable business here.
6.
I'm sorry, I can't take the horse without these past due fees.
So you're saying you can't take it back? That's all I need to know.
Well, it's
Great.
not our horse.
It's not mine either.
Not my horse, not my stable. And you see that he kind of takes a step back, and you still have Pyomai in your possession.
What are we gonna do then? I look at Myelin.
We take 1 or 2 steps out of the racetrack and we're finally back on the road. And Myelin is on the ground, looks up at Pyomai, and he's just like, oh my God, I thought they were going to get rid of you too. It's been too bad of a day. And he's just holding on to him because he feels like he's one of his friends. And he just doesn't want to leave.
Hey, there. And I pick up Myelin so he can like be on the horse and like hug his neck, I guess.
Pyomai just stands there.
Yeah, you sit up there, buddy. Take a breather.
I'm sorry we couldn't get you back to your friends. I'm trying. I don't have that much money.
Yeah, we try. We gonna try, that's for sure. I didn't want to go that way, but maybe we can meet Vivien outside the estate, and maybe she can help us out.
There are other stables that you can use. You know the Four-Eyed Owl has a stable as well. A lot cheaper, and you pay at a later date.
Let's try and go to the Four-Eyed Owl. We know them there. Listen, I'm sorry it's been a rough day. We get on to better days, okay? But we can solve this, and it's not easy, but we can solve it, so let's go do that.
He's kind of ignoring Boram as he's still crying and wailing. He's like, I thought I lost more friends. All my friends are so mad at me.
And Boram is just looking really awkward as he's leading this horse through the streets with a crying creature on it. He's got like the collar of his lab coat up, so it's like kind of guarding his face. He's just like,
We're in the poorest part of the town.
And I'll start walking towards the northwest.
As we go into pan over to Vivien. The two of you have just entered the Promad, and you see beyond the Promad walls is this beautiful, lush garden and green grass, and you see among these beautiful trees, fountains and statues. It looks like very beautiful people and elves and all these statues of majestic creatures, and the water is flowing between the roads and the garden, and the giant mansions of these houses, all with their own unique styles to their home decor. And all the way at the end of this beautiful cobblestone pathway is the Charmant household. And as you cross through those gates, you hear a bell ring. Now, Vivien, you know this bell is the Charmant bell. Each house has a bell, and yours is rung as you have returned home. And you see in the distance to your wonderful Charmant estate is the doors opening as you see your father standing on the perch on the veranda overlooking this entire promenade, eagerly waiting your arrival. And you see that his hands clasp onto the banister overlooking the road as your carriage slowly comes up. And as you arrive at your manor, the house assistants quickly come out. They gather your horse and carriage and guide the two of you to walk in.
Vivien's gonna turn to Kaz'il and go, get ready for the pomp and circumstance.
Sorry, the what?
Fanciness.
Okay.
For no reason.
Got it.
I apologize. Here we go.
God, I hate rich people. Kaz'il was just that on hers.
You enter the main grand lobby of your home, and you see in front of you is this large grand staircase that splits off into multiple levels of this multi-layered mansion. You see that this winding staircase goes to at least 5 different beautiful levels of your home, and you see your father angrily walking down the carpeted stairs as he's pouting coming down. Vivien! Charmant! Comes over to you. In all of my days, I have never, ever been so angry. And you see that he stops in place and looks at Kaz'il. Goes, you have company, I see. And he brushes his slick back hair. Now, what Welford Charmant looks like is that he is indeed a human, but he has a bit of an eccentric look about him, other than his bright colored robes wearing your family colors of orange and gold. As human as he is, you can see the cosmetic eccentric choices he's made in his wardrobe and his person. His hair is slicked back, long, and blonde and platinum. His ears are even pinched together to a point. You can see that he's trying to look like a high elf. He is trying to come off as elf-like as he possibly can, to show a symbol of higher status. And you know that your father is a big fan of high elves specifically because of everything that they can do that he wish he can have. You know, he sees high elves with like this highfalutin way of living, this high society. Not only is he now a part of, but clings to with a vice grip and embodies that way of life with every fiber of his being. You see, he calms a bit when he sees Kaz'il. He goes, wow. Color me impressed, Vivien. You have made an acquaintance with an autumn eladrin.
Vivien's going to salute.
See that he looks at you, Kaz'il. An autumn eladrin. Interesting. And you see that he begins to circle you and looks at you up and down as a knight of loyalty, nobility, a knight of respect.
Vivien turns and goes, Father, this is Kaz'il Amberleaf of the Feywild. He's been accompanying me.
An Amberleaf in my own home. Astounding.
Vivien turns to Kaz'il real quick and goes, I'm so sorry.
Good evening, sir. And Kaz'il gives like a semi-head bow to him as he is kind of being examined.
You see that he looks at Vivien and then looks at you, Kaz'il, and goes to give a bow himself. It looks more like a curtsy, but it is a bow, and he tries to give you the same respect. And trying to be just like, yes, well, of course. We now have 2 esteemed guests, 2 first-timers. Kaz'il, please have some refreshments. And you see 3 assistants come out, and they are holding trays of beverages between ale, wine, and some freshly baked sweetbreads. They all come out and they begin to circle you as they try to give you some refreshment. As Welford Charmant puts his arm over Vivien's shoulder and begins to walk off to the side. And his calm, pleasant, noble demeanor quickly turns harsh. She goes, Vivien, do you understand the precarious situation you have put me in today? Do you realize who is in these very walls as we stand here leaving him waiting?
No, Father, who?
He's been here the last 2 days. He hasn't showed up once, and now he's here twice in a row, and I do not want to leave him empty.
Who?
It is Sir Garrick's upstairs, and he is looking for you. Garrick's Witherford, the very esteemed hero of Balderas, the one who brought back the fire giant a couple of sessions ago.
Father, why is he here?
Because he is looking for you. Despite all the pleasant events I have tried to invite him to have a drink, he seems to ignore. But you, he wants to speak to you, and you are not here.
Would you like me to go speak with him?
Yes! This!
Okay,
Clean yourself up. You stink to Avernus.
I was fighting.
Well, fighting!
Kaz'il, come with, please.
You... Silence.
It's
Go to the
fine.
washroom.
I've been
Put
training.
something on that is appropriate for a man of this regard, and you better be better cook.
Yes, Father.
Kaz'il! And you see that he turns around. It is so wonderful. You are in for quite a treat today. And you see that he walks Kaz'il off to the side as he leads you to... There's many washrooms here, and all of these washrooms are equipped with various gowns and garments for such an occasion in case such an esteemed guest arrive. That he seems to stock every washroom in case somebody needs to change quickly.
Okay.
Vivien will go in, wash up, clean up.
You wash up and clean up. Kaz'il, you are smothered with sweetbreads and ale as he's trying to keep you distracted.
Not really. I can't eat anymore.
You must try this blueberry creme brulee. It is quite astounding. This comes all the way from the blueberry mines.
Okay, yeah, just a bite.
You see that the assistants keep shoveling more food to you. And Vivien, you come out in this most gaudy, elegant dress that is available to you. Vivien looks very prim and proper, Kaz'il.
Her posture's changed.
The dress almost makes it seem like she floats.
Hello again, Kaz'il.
Oh God. Kaz'il kind of starts laughing because he knows exactly like being forced to like dress up and look nice.
Vivien's staring daggers. Don't you tell them. Don't you tell them about this.
Kaz'il takes out his phone and takes a photo. He's like, they're never gonna believe me.
That's not in this version.
He's like, Boram's gonna love this.
Welford gathers the two of you and takes you up the grand staircase onto the second level, leads you into a massive gathering hall. In this gathering hall are large chandeliers. The ceilings are very high up. This room itself extends to the third level above it. Matter of fact, there is a balcony of the third level that looks onto the second level into this grand diner. Very extravagant. And all the way at the end is this beautiful gold and marble fireplace. And with this grand family portrait of Welford Charmant, you're in the photo as all of your brother and sisters are. Every single one of them. And their extended family is also in the photo. And you see standing at the fireplace in this heroic, very clean plate armor is Garrick's Witherford. He has his famous two-handed greatsword. He turns around and he is holding his helmet between his chest and his arm, standing in a very proper, noble pose. And he looks at you and he goes, Vivien, I've been looking forward to meeting you, as your name has come across my presence, and I wish to speak to you about something. Please, have a seat with me. And he only stares at you.
Vivien's gonna curse and go, lovely to meet you, Garrix. May my knight accompanying me for this conversation.
You see Garrix turns his head and he looks at Kaz'il.
Kaz'il has this mouthful of food with two different types of food in his hands.
He may stand by, and he gestures to a pillar off to the table, not at the table.
Kaz'il slowly gets up from the table.
And you see Garrix with his fresh, clean-shaven face, beautiful long hair, very chiseled chin. He has a very calm and gentle demeanor about him. And he sits down and places the helm on Vivien. And you see Welford Charmant sits very close to you, also trying to engage in the conversation. Now, you know your father has been trying to become friends with Garrix for years. Ever since you were a small child, he has been trying to get him in his home. And this is the first time he's here.
Vivien's just going to quickly side-eye her father and go, It's okay, Father. He's here. Thank you. Garrix, what can we do for you at this time? I apologize for my absence. I was out on business, and I've returned just now.
Yes, and it is your absence which brings me here, out of concern, but curiosity. It is, to my knowledge, from a very reliable resource, that you've witnessed something very peculiar within the last few days, have you not?
Many a things. Yes, which one in particular?
I was hoping you would enlighten me, but it is something of a haphazardous roadway now.
Oh, the issues on the road. The big hole.
Yes, there seems to be a crater. And some of the scholars from the guilds have noticed a falling object from our wonderful flying mystery in the sky. And, well, I know you were on the road traveling to Rockhead Homestead as your father has incited me. I was wondering if you have witnessed any events on the road.
Yes, I could tell you about the crater. It was odd. We were traveling to Rockhead Homestead and looking at the star, and all of a sudden it stormed, and this massive rock came and obscured our path. And as we went out, the rock turned into these monsters of sorts. They had tentacles. We subdued them, but the crater was empty after we killed them. They just turned to dust and filtered away. There was 3, and if we got too close, they would make our heads fuzzy. I grappled one. I went down, but Kaz'il, Amberleaf, my knight here, brought me back up, and we were accompanied by our other companions, but they just could not make it today.
You see Garrix looks towards Kaz'il, a most capable knight.
Really, I'm a paladin, but you know, same thing.
Looks back to you, Vivien. So tell me more about these creatures. You're telling me that the shooting star in the sky broke off and landed in front of you? Is that what you're saying? Outspawn these monstrosities?
So, I don't know if it was from the star necessarily, but we were looking at the star, and then it came with the storm. It was almost like the lightning brought it, not the star. I don't know how to explain that. It was kind of weird. We tried to investigate, and the reason I didn't call back about it is because we were trying to find some things concerning Nuella, and I wanted to report everything back at the same time. But as that kind of was my main focus, I kind of forgot to just send back note, but that's what happened.
The astral observers have not found anything of significance at the crash site, and they begin to excavate. As you know, Vivien, this is very, very, very crucial. Anything involving this shooting star needs to be reported straight away. You know this. And Welford goes in, yes, you know this.
I agree, yes. Yes, Father, I do, but I don't believe it was from the star. That's why it wasn't to the highest importance. I thought it was from the lightning. To me, from what I saw, it did not look like it came from the star. I promise.
He chuckles to himself. You have any trinkets or souvenirs from that bout?
Get the Boram looking at a fragment. Ooh, this thing's nice and shiny.
That's a very good point. Boram, Myelin, what are the two of you doing right now? Some time has passed as you return to the 4-head owl.
Myelin, come on. Cheer up. We almost there. We're going to find a home for this horse. And I put the fragment back in my coat. You okay back there? Still giving me the silence.
Myelin still just had a day. Doesn't know what to do with himself. Are we close to the 4-head owl?
Yeah, so you are near the 4-head owl.
So you telling me you wouldn't want any strawberry milk?
His ears betray him.
I mean, if you want to come in there and have some with me, that's fine. But let me go into the stable first. Make sure we take care of our friend here. And then I cast Disguise Self on myself and turn into Kaz'il. Is there a place to walk into the stable?
Yeah, I mean, it's attached to the 4-head owl. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I walk into the stable. Hello. Is anyone there?
You see, tending to some of the horses is Mr. Umbo. He goes, Kaz'il, pleasure.
Yes. I have another horse to stow.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's going to cost you.
Just add it to my tab.
Of course.
Thank you. And he walks away.
And you see that Mr. Umbo takes Pile Mai and stores him.
And then I meet Myelin in the front and whoosh, go away out of Kaz'il form and back into Boram form. All right, let's go inside and decompress. All right? I know you might still be mad at me, but maybe we can talk about it. And he walks into the tavern.
Myelin follows.
We're going to go back to Vivien Kaz'il.
Garrix, I didn't pick up anything. I didn't see anything either. And Vivien did not pick up any rocks. Did Kaz'il?
No, I let Boram get it.
You're welcome to check myself or Kaz'il. We don't have anything.
Lady Charmant, I have no reason to not trust you. You have been very forthcoming, and I truly appreciate this information. Did any of your party members, as you so mentioned, bring anything back that they would like to share with the astral observers?
No, not that I can think of. I honestly, one's obsessed with milk. That's all he ever wanted. And the other one, he lost his stuff but got it back. No, I don't think so. We didn't find anything of real interest besides the guy we captured, which hopefully somebody is going to bring him back to Balderas, because as he was trying to kill Nuella.
We leave petty criminals to
Petty.
to the guards, and they do a great job keeping the city safe. And my concerns are of more severity. So he puts a hand forward near you to try to make like a gesture of like trying to connect with you. Now, Garrix is a very large man. He's just about 8 feet tall, and his plate armor is pretty robust. He fights giants. You've witnessed his great victories and prowess he has over some of these terrifying monstrosities that roam the Heartland. He puts his plated hand close to you to try to connect with you. Lady Charmant, it is very important that if you found anything from destroying those rock beasts, that you hand them over to me. As you see, as I am not so public with this information, it is something I am investigating, and gathering those pieces would prove a great use, and I would be very grateful if you had any other information. Maybe something you're forgetting or you haven't just told me yet. And he smiles at you.
Can I deceive him to thinking I know absolutely nothing?
Yeah, roll me a deception check as you try to convince him that you don't have anything else, that you were just attacked and that was it.
I got 23. Garrix, I promise you, if I'm being honest, I really didn't do much in this. I'm not much of a fighter, you know, so I went down because I tried, and I really didn't see anything. And my party that went with me, well, they're not the brightest either.
Kaz'il double takes.
Minus Kaz'il, of course. We didn't pick up anything. In fact, we lost a lot of stuff of our own. Thankfully, we found it, but I don't think we picked up anything. And I'm willing to get them checked as well, but no, I don't know anything about this. Is there anything you'd like to share? She's really milking it.
Nothing at this time, and I don't want to concern you with stories and fables.
I do like stories. I'd be interested in listening to keep my eyes open.
If I sequester more help from you, then I will share some more knowledge, but I assure you this is nothing of importance to you and nothing you need to concern yourself with, and I believe you.
Thank you. But if there's nothing else I can help you with, I guess. Thank you for coming.
Right. You see he pulls his hand back and he stands up and he looks at Charmant, your father. He goes, well, thank you for allowing me to have this conversation in your home. He doesn't seem impressed by the extravagance of this house. And you see that your father is sweating and he did not touch any of the food or drink that has been placed. And you see that he picks up his great sword, slings it over his back, puts his helmet back on, and then promptly leaves. And you see your father chases after him to try to get some more information, and he is having none of it as he goes to leave the room and leave the estate.
Vivien's gonna turn right around to Kaz'il and just go, you ready to go?
Kaz'il's chewing on more food, and he just kind of looks around and he's like, yeah, yeah, let's go.
We can bring some to share.
No, it's
no
okay.
problem.
No, actually, Myelin might want some, so let me... And Kaz'il just takes tons of the food and puts it in his bag.
Vivien's gonna turn to one of the housekeepers and go, could you pack me just a tiny package, like a decently sized package of food?
Of course,
for the road.
Lady. Of course, lady.
Thank you so much.
They quickly hurry off, and you notice that the help around here is very quick, and they almost run off before you even finish the sentence, as if they're trained to read the minds of your family before they even finish their thought and have the thing that they need before they even finish saying, to try to keep them as pleased as possible. It's almost a little brutal on how rough the staff is treated around here sometimes.
Vivien just sighs. She doesn't like that, never has, and just looks up at the painting towards Woolen and just a little nod.
Your father comes back in and he goes, Vivien, sit down now.
Father,
Sit
no, it's...
down now.
She sits, she is sad.
And he points and you see, and he stands over you and he's pacing back and forth. What happened on your sporadic trip, your pleasant day trip through the woods that Garrix himself would need to come? Why would he ask you about your little journey?
Well, the thing that came and attacked us did come from the sky, so I don't blame him.
Why are you putting yourself in a position to be attacked? And do you think that maybe, just maybe, Garrix himself wanted to talk to you and you're just going to say, oh, we just got attacked? Why wouldn't you give him as much information? I know you're hiding something.
There's nothing to hide. I literally went down. I don't know anything
What
else.
does being down mean? What is this? What are you saying? You lay down in fights?
No, I tried to attack it and it knocked me out.
Why are you attacking? You hired a faithful knight, and he points to Kaz'il. He should be doing the fighting. You don't leave the carriage. How many times have I told you? I know you have your toys. I know you have your little...
They're not just toys.
I'm a demon descent from Inverness, and I can cast little fireball. You are not to attack.
That's your fault.
You are not.
That's your fault.
You see he gets real mad. and he gets very close to you. When you mention that it's his fault, he stands over you, and you see that he is about to raise a hand to you, and then looks at Kaz'il and takes a deep breath through his nose. And with the raised hand, brushes his slick back hair. You are not to leave the city again.
Why?
You are not to use our carriage services. You are not to use your horse without
But
my
you
approval.
said-
And I will instruct all assistants on these new rules. You understand? You should not put yourself in harm's way. You should not leave the city without my permission. Of all places, Rockhead Homestead, a place of scoundrels.
They're not scoundrels. They're just fine. They're lovely people.
Why were you there?
Because someone's trying to kill Nuella, and Nuella is my friend.
And Nuella is a very capable adult of hiring her own help. Why does she need to come to you?
I offered to help her. She's my friend. Have you ever heard of a friend?
Sure have. I surround myself with many important
You
friends.
buy your friends.
Listen to me. I will not stand here for this with your back talk. You are cut off from travel all around the city. You are banned. And with your little toys that you like to spin around and deem yourself a worthy opponent when you can't even, according to your own story, handle a couple of rocks.
They weren't rocks. They're rock monsters.
You are going to remember everything you can about that moment and report back to Garrick's with all the information in a well-written letter.
Fine.
And you will send it to me to proofread before sending it out. Do you understand?
What's the point of that?
Because I want to know what you are sending. And I want to make sure it's in a proper, elegant format. Not this scribbles like you are a girl in your journal.
I'm a grown woman, thank you.
Then act like one, and walks away. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry, Kyleigh. That hurt me to yell at you like that. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it don't mind me out back. No, I was loving it. I was like, let me fuck you up right now. I want to fuck you up.
I'm like, this is a person yelling at right now.
That's okay. I was here for it. I was ready to fucking fight.
Some daddy hit mommy vibes. That was crazy.
So y'all better be nice to me now.
We made it back.
We're on Bag and Boldares.
I didn't think we would go to the Charmants so early, but it makes sense. I was like, oh no.
He wants you to write a letter using proper format.
Yeah, I will say also, Kaz'il just heard something very specific about Vivien while we were
Yeah.
in that argument.
What was that?
Talk about it in the after show.
Oh yeah, you're so right. We
Yeah.
all have the
She's
show.
been dropping
yeah.
some hints for a while.
Anybody have a recommendation?
I've got one. It's a TV show and it's been recently blowing up. It's called Culinary Class Wars on Netflix. It is a Korean-based cooking show. It's called Class Wars because they have what they call the white spoons and the black spoons. And the white spoons are like multi-Michelin star chefs that are like really big, really prominent TV stars. And then they have what they call the black spoons who are like up and coming restaurant owners or maybe not as prestigious, and they cook obviously in a cooking competition in the show, and it's really cool. They have very Korean heavy dishes obviously, but they also have like chefs that specialize in like Italian and Chinese and like all these different cuisines and stuff. So it's pretty cool. 2 seasons, watched both of them.
I'm gonna watch
That
that.
sounds like something I would like.
It does make you hungry though, so be prepared.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and get some Korean barbecue before I
Yeah, for real, you might need
watch
to.
it.
There you go.
All right. Is everybody ready for the wheel?
Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Marcus.
Marcus. Some of you know Marcus as Julius Kendrick said, the other 4 anime worlds I would like to be in, starting with the land of the pirates. Dan. I don't know why I was targeted like that.
Yo, let's go.
He stole yours and targeted you. That's awesome.
That's cool. All right. Well, are we going to give our most pompous goodbye?
Goodbye.
Oh, good.
Guards, tell them bye.
Goodbye.
Before we part ways beneath the ever-turning sky, I raise my blade and my voice for the bloodshard bandits. You walk paths few dare to tread, steeped in danger, soaked in resolve, and lit only by the fractured glow of crimson shards. By the grace of the moonbow, your patronage is not given lightly. It is a vow. As Saheen watches over the travelers, the dreamers, and those who walk between the shadows, know that your names are carried in every prayer and every victory yet to come. You are not merely supporters of this tale, you are bound to it. As comrades sworn beneath the moonlight and oath, may your steps never falter, and may the night always reveal its secrets to you. Artemis, guardian of Kemijo, Julius Kendrick, the Dread, Lord Dharma, Sly, the rogue changeling, Knockmock, Novo's biggest competition, Brandy, Woodburner, Gloric, Nightbreaker, Aponi, Lightbringer, and the definitely not stupid Goblin. To the Sijic College alumni, scholars of the Arcane, keepers of lost truths, and minds sharpened by curiosity, I offer my thanks. Your wisdom strengthens this journey, and by Sahin's light, knowledge shared in good faith is a sacred thing. May your studies ever deepen, and may the moon guide your ink and incantations alike. Mongo, the purple Yeti giant, Signor Geo, a retired knight turned monk, Punk, the shadow elf, David LeChance the human, Chartreuse Charlie Vexshade the sorcerer. To Humbrea's heroes, your faith and support shine like moonlight on a quiet road, guiding us farther than you know. Men with Glass, Kazus the Frost Dragonborn Warlock, Johnny Tar the human, John Carroll the human, Hart the Iron Hammer, Drown the Barbarian, Cypress Daywin, who frequents Novo's food cart, Annie the Master of Weapons, Bjorn Battle Born, Morgeth the Unbroken, God the Lizard Folk Rune Knight, Plick the Warlock, Bree Carlson, Kivlin Ninthadir, Balasar Turnroth, and Brom Ironspud.